Hello, my name is Chelsea, I use she/they pronouns, and welcome back to POKOPIA. Couple things that we need to do today. Before we start progress on our Cloud Island, yes, I'm okay with that, as I always have been before. We are visiting one of my go-to Cloud Islands to get inspiration and materials from. 6DXL ED 6F. Wish that you could save Cloud Islands. But this Cloud Island has every fucking item in the entire game, so that you can take pictures of them and then 3D print them. So we are here for one thing, and one thing only. And that is these flowers. Excuse me, you were in the way. Dandy flowers. Done. Now we can go to our Cloud Island. If we're making Johto, we need the Hoppip line. And since on a Cloud Island you can't get that event anymore, since it goes by real time, we are just going to manually create them. I've also been working a little bit on Pallet Town. I'm not going to show you too much of that, but I'm trying to get to level 4 so that I can buy the stairs that are down here. Yeah, these guys. Because you can paint 2 different types of paint on these, and I think that's the best way that we're going to match the grass. I have been doing a little bit of that already using 3D printing, but we are needing more of them, and I don't want to keep spending Pokemetal on them, so I'd rather craft. So once I get to level 4, I'll grab those, but for now 3D printing works fine. We'll head over to our Cloud Island, and I'll show you guys the kind of planning that I've been doing. I have not been doing any, like, major building. Oh, security camera 1. That's over here. Here's my lots of Pokemon area. Oh, it's Tinkaton, or Tinkatink. Tinkatink. You're not trying to steal my hammer, are you? This is my hammer. I worked really hard to make it. I'll never give it to you. You didn't come to steal my hammer? Aw, but it's so cool. The hammer is often stolen by Pokemon that eat metal. Welcome. What a friend. Okay, so I have been just getting Pokemon and kind of developing the techniques that I want to use. So, welcome to Johto. We have New Bark Town and Route 29, and then I have outlined Cherry Grove, and that is it. I've cleared some land, as you can see. That's where Route 44? Route 41? Which route is it? Whatever. And like the other, like Route 30, up to Route 31. I've cleared out that land so that we can work on that today. But I'm going to show you my kind of daily routine on my Cloud Island here. Let me actually make sure that I have enough room this time. It's the past couple times I've gone to a Dream Island, I have not had room in my inventory. Let's put some stuff away. Like so. should be enough. And then we go to a Clefairy Island. Hello, Drifloon. I would like to go to a Dream Island. Let's pack some cardboard boxes full of stuff and stack them on top of a cart. Good idea. Sounds cool. So, the Clefairy Cloud Island, I think, is the one with the most pine trees, or pointy trees, or whatever they're called. So we come here, I collect every single tree, because I'm going to need hundreds of them. And then there's some other objects to collect as well. Are any of these potatoes? Tomato, bean, wheat, tomato, bean. Nope. I do still need potatoes. Might as well at least harvest. And then we just sneeze all the trees. I sneeze for the trees. I am the Snorlax, I sneeze for the trees. Is that anything? In past trips, I was also collecting these mushrooms, but like the placeable versions. But I feel like I have enough of those now that I don't need to do that anymore. I don't think I'll need a ton. I just kind of thought I would put them in, oh, we missed one. Missed a tree. Hold on. Guy named Missed a Tree. Yeah, so I think we can just grab the mushrooms. I don't think I need to be able to place them. And then, once I've done that, I also look for caves. And I get the items down in there. And then I head out. I don't think I care about the Stardust. But there is a lot of stone in this. So hold on. Back along. We love free stone. Shalorp. Should be an item over here. Oh, there's Pokemetal. Okay, let me grab that real quick. And of course there is an item. And it's Pokemetal, and we love that. And we'll take the pedestal. Don't know if we'll end up needing them. But it can't hurt to have them, they are pretty rare. Oh, I missed some Pokemetal. And one more. And one more. And more. And more than one more. That appears to be it. Usually there's a second cave. I'm gonna look for that. Ooh, another tree. Sometimes I miss the ones on the side of the hill. The bell is nice. And that's the same cave. So there's just the one cave this time. It's unfortunate. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I do on a dream island each day. Is just collect the fucking trees. The fucking trees. And yeah, I would like to head back. Thank you for asking. Hope you enjoyed the flight. So, I've got... Oh, I wish I hadn't just organized that. Whatever. I've got quite a few fucking trees. I've also got some small ones. Oh, that really annoys me. That you can organize your hotbar. Why would I ever want to do that? There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So I have quite a few trees stockpiled. And we're gonna need them. So let's talk about the techniques that we're gonna use for Johto. I have been working on planning out the houses a little bit, but not too much. These houses are too small. They're just gonna be fake houses. I can't do the interiors for those, unfortunately. Here's all my blocks that I've been using. I've also been collecting ice, because we're gonna need it for Ice Path eventually. But for now, that's one of the last things that we're gonna be doing. We don't need to worry too much about that. Let's see. We do have some garbage blocks that we could go get rid of. But we'll talk about this first. So, big border trees. I have placed up on top of, these are puffy tree pillars. They cannot be recolored, or I might try to match them a little bit better, but I think this was the best option. And then everywhere that a large tree is going to be, I've placed a puffy tree pillar. And then outside of that, we also want trees, but I'm just kind of outlining the border right now. And then on these dirt areas is where I'm going to put the small headbutt trees. Like so. A tip while you're placing trees is you can hold down ZL and you can hit left and right on the plus pad to rotate them so that when you place them you get a little bit of variation. Like so. So they're mowing the grass. They're mowing my grass. It feels like it's fucking every day with these people. Okay, once you've placed the small trees, I went over this in a little video, but what I've been doing is you break the blocks underneath them, and you can replace them with a different block that the tree won't grow on. So I've been using this wooden pillar middle in lime green so that it blends pretty well with the grass. And as you can see, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely not super noticeable from a distance, especially. And that'll keep these smaller baby trees from growing so that they can stay as my little headbutt trees. So that's technique number 1. Technique number 2 is for the ledges. I've been using these wooden path borders in order to mark out the ledges that you can hop down in the game but not get back up. Obviously, we can get back up, but I think that's okay. Because in POKOPIA, you can jump. And in Gen 2, your character cannot jump. It turns out. I'm okay with it because it makes the area more traversable. I don't think I want to limit it as much as Gen 2 is limited. For the cut trees, I have been using stumps. This area is all laid out. Again, the dirt is where small trees will go. The grass is all in place. Here's the gate that goes to Route 40-something. And then here's the path over to Cherry Grove. I've got the flower tiles done to the best of my ability. I could have done something like in the game, they are like this. Hold on. Here we go. Like so with the flowers. But I think that looks boring. So I'm just doing actual flowers. And calling it good. And then I've outlined here where each ledge should step up on the way up Route 30. And I think what we're going to do today is at least outline. Here they come again. Here comes the lawnmower. At least outline Route 30 and Route 31. I am now going to take a break to wait for them to finish fucking mowing the lawn for the 3rd time this week. I'm sick of it. And I'll be right back with you. Alright, while I was waiting, I went ahead and 3D printed some of the flowers for Hopip's home. I also built a house. Built a leaf cottage, hut, not the small one. It's done! Now, I didn't want to use a whole shit ton of Pokemetal. So I only printed 4 of those flowers. And what I'm gonna do is have Hopip move in here. Oh wait, I gotta put furniture first. Hold on. Let me grab some furniture. How about a fireplace? And a CD player. And a pedestal. Great. Pedestal goes here. Fireplace. I don't know. And CD player. you want to move in here? Yeah. You're welcome. And that opens up that habitat so that Jumpluff and Skiploom can also move in there. And I'm going to make a flag. There you are. Where's my flag? There it is. Up. Now I can come back there anytime. Okay. Now, the work on Johto can finally, like, really start. I was trying out these roofs for New Bark Town, but I feel as though they are not green enough. So I'm going to have to experiment with that. But let's go ahead and we'll start placing some of these trees. Basically, this is the border. Everything past this is all trees. So I just want to mainly get this outlined. And then we will start working on the next route. Now, I raised these up a block because when you're in here, it makes it feel a little bit more open. I think that is a good thing, because otherwise they're taking up like a whole extra block, and we don't like that. These are going to be headbutt trees. So let's place some of those. Oh, I wasn't really rotating those trees, was I? That's fine. It's not super noticeable, but we may come back through later and rotate some trees. Go ahead and break these. You unfortunately can't do this with block replace. I need wooden pillar middle. There we go. Actually, place these as magnemite. I think that might make it a little bit easier. Get me to the corner. Yeah, some of these can for sure be rotated, and we'll mess with that later. But here's our outline for New Bark Town. A lot of the placing of trees is gonna be a little bit tedious. So I might save some of that for, like, off-camera or time-lapse or that kind of thing. I think it's looking pretty good. I did change my camera settings so that it doesn't, like, try to go through the trees. Which I think is good for, like... Oh, I guess it still does go through the trees, but it doesn't go through blocks. Maybe we put blocks behind the trees. It's a thought. It's a possibility. Okay. I've also been using these little stairs as when it needs to come up a ledge and there's a block that you, like, walk through. That's the stairs. And I have pictures that I've just been using to 3D print them until I have the recipe. So, let me go ahead and pull up my reference, and we will get started on Route 30 and 31. So the path comes back 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4. Oh, wait, this is specifically why I got Magnemite. 5, 6, 8, 10. At this point, we have a ledge. Comes back 4. I'm starting with the white path. Interestingly, Johto is kind of in chunks of like 2x2 sections of blocks. There's another ledge here. Let's actually get our grass in, and we'll work a couple ledges at a time. There is a berry tree here, which is why I have these small lepa trees. We're doing the same technique here. I'm going to replace that with my wooden pillar middle. And that will keep it from growing. Then there is a house here. And then we need grass and puffy tree pillars there. I'll probably need to craft some more of those puffy tree pillars. House goes here. Might be like Berry Man or whatever. Berry Manilow. Is that his name? This comes down to here. There is grass starting right here. There's also grass down here. And the way that I'm doing this, we're kind of developing our like toolkit right now. So this patch is all grass. This patch is all grass right there. So what we're gonna do, we now have a ledge that goes along here, like so. And then we need to grow our grass. And what I'm gonna do when there's a ledge that also has grass next to it, I think is just go like this and see how this looks. So rather than stairs, we just have you jump up. I think that'll be fine. Everything here is trees. There's a sign right here, which I still have to figure out signage. And then the grass starts right here. And we'll do the same thing, I think, where it'll go up one. Now over here, we have a pond. So let's outline the corners of that. Like so. And then it goes down to here. Connect this to another block. Okay. Sure. How's that for you? Okay. Here's our border. This will all be trees. So let's put our pillars for the trees to live on. Then we have, I'm kind of using these wooden borders or whatever as the rock that's on the side of the ponds. And then what I'll do is use gravel And this will be the bottom of the ponds. Like so. Now, I should have some water bottles. And I can use these to fill up the ponds. Kind of do water at both ends. I don't know if that necessarily matters. But here's our pond. I think that looks pretty nice. Okay. Then we have... Let's go up a little to the next section. Sorry, in my reference, not in the game. I had to scroll my mouse a little bit. There is a ledge here. We'll figure out the jump up here, because I think going straight across makes sense here, but maybe not so much over here, since it is kind of separated by like a little grove of trees. Yeah, we'll figure that out. So, let's start with the path. It takes so long to open your inventory after you transform. So it comes up 2, 4, 6. That was too much. Give me that back. Then it comes over. It'll come up this way. This is where youngster Joey and his Rattata are. Is that his name? I'm pretty sure. Like that. Here there are trees. I feel like the trees could come across. My question is, where do we want the jump up here to be? Would this look okay? Let's find out. If I go like this, on the edge of the pond, and then here would be trees. Like that. Does that look bad? Kinda. It kinda looks bad. So, what do we do about that? Let's break this down. This whole thing is such a, like, puzzle to solve. And I'm a big fan of that. What if we go like this? So we have our ledge stepped back. And then we have our tree pillars. Break that. Like so. I would actually like to replace that with grass. Hold on. It just peeks out a little bit. And I think that looks a little better. This gives that little green edge under the trees. And then The grass is gonna come over this way. But I feel like that's where then we step it up right here. So those three are grass. This is an open spot. We have trees here. And then behind the house is where we will gradually pull the trees in, I believe. So the door for the house is right here. And then I've been using, let's actually do the rest of the soil. And then I've been using these stone tiling, painted, I think, beige. And then this will be the door. And it comes up 2 blocks. I'm treating vertically 1 tile as 2 tiles, like, up. Like, it's perspective, you know? I don't know. If that makes sense. If it doesn't, whatever. Then behind here is where we'll have trees on the lower level, and then they will jump up to the higher level. Like this. We'll see how that looks. Yeah, I think that'll work. No, you know what? Fuck it. We have the trees. Let's see how this looks. We may actually want to bump that up. More. I don't know if I've run into that before, where there are trees right next to a ledge like that. I think it might look better if we pull those trees down? Could I have their stumps be right there? Maybe. Maybe. Let me get the grass in and we'll see how it looks. If I leafage there, it's gonna put a fucking thing on the water. Which I do not want. Whoops. Too far. Cut that. Okay. And then this grass, I should switch to Magnemite. The whole reason we got Magnemite was to make this easier. Grass comes up here. I wish I could leafage while I was Magnemite. Oh, I went too far up on that. Hold on. This all gets cut. Beautiful. We also have, right here, a flower patch. Which I will plant currently. I come back to that cliff in a sec. Okay, then right here we've also got some grass. And actually, we'll go right there also. We need to leafage. If I go right here and just cut one, that's going to be way faster. Beautiful. Here are trees. There's a sign here. These are all trees. Okay, let's revisit this. You know what? It is gonna want to be lower. When we have I don't have enough pee-pee, you guys. I simply do not. I made some salads for that purpose. I don't want to waste my steaks on that. When we have a ledge like this, I think it's gonna make the most sense to keep the trees at that level. Like so. I think that looks, if the trees are part of the ledge, then we do it that way. Do we like the step up being right here? So those are all the same level. Maybe the step up could be here instead. Let's see. Halfway through a grass patch. Unlike down here. And then that lets us do... We'll probably raise those... Why did that not go? Probably raise that tree up. Yeah, we'll raise this tree up. We will use our heavy tree pillar. Like that. And then our trees go up on top. I just kind of rotate it once, and then sometimes I'll hit it twice just for some variation so that it doesn't form like a pattern. I think that is looking pretty all right. Question, is this block? Get a closer look. That appears to be a log. So I think we should do the same thing over here. And then we can switch to grass. Let's outline where the trees should go. Too much. And then we reach another ledge that we have to figure out. But let me get my tree pillars down first. Yeah, I'll definitely need to make more of these tree pillars. And then all along the left side. You know what? I don't think I ever finished down here. Hold on. So, trees go... Whoops. All the way along there. Here's another situation where I think we put the tree pillar here. Yeah. And then on this side, let me break this. Great. On this side, just all the way up. Similar thing. Couldn't see what I was doing there, but that's fine. Ooh, that should actually be your white soil to blend with the path. Okay, then I think that was what I wanted. Hold on. Is this a pure white soil now? No. So where did I put it? Give me Magnemite. We put it there. Okay. Same thing here. We put the log there. And then this is literally just a straight line of trees, like, all the fucking way. To, like, the next ledge, even. You stop doing that. Settings for, like, repetition of placement would be nice. Let's go make some more of these log pillars, if I can. Oh, I don't have them favorited. I should do that. Let me go to blocks. Here they are. Favorite. Oh, that's... I can make a lot of those. Make like 200 for now. We're definitely gonna need more of them, but a good start. Organize. You? Okay. There we go. Other side. Stop it. Yeah, that's all open. Oh my god, it just doesn't... It doesn't know. It doesn't know. It's like you were holding the button. Obviously you wanted to place 2 blocks on top of each other as soon as you stopped moving. Oh, of course. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help with that. Like... Okay. That's looking good. That's looking... fantastic. When these trees go transparent, the frame rate is like, uh-oh, I don't know about that. When they're like fading in and out of transparency. Yeah, okay. Hopefully you can kind of get the idea of what this will look like eventually. Here is... actually our first spot where we're gonna need the white stairs, because it's on the white path. And then these trees are gonna match up, and then we have grass here. And because of that, I think we can actually use the tree pillar here. Since it's not along, since it runs into the other, yeah. I think so. Yeah, because it's not, I can do the same thing here, actually. Because it's not on the edge. Same with this one. And actually this one. It's not like this. When it's along... Yeah. Okay, I like that. We're figuring things out. Like I said, we're just building our palette. Like, we're figuring out our techniques. Okay, we need our ledge. And let's go 3D print a stair. actually gonna need... okay, so here's my white steps. We're gonna need one of those. And then for later in Route 31, we're actually gonna need 2 of these. Oh, here's that sign I was talking about. If this guy could be painted, I would use it. But it can't, and so it doesn't look like the right sign. Mana Bank. Might come back for that. So, our white stair will go right here. And that's going to match as closely as I could get it to the pure white soil. Then... let's head up to our next section. Start over here. That comes 2, 4, 6. Actually, I guess it comes here too. That is grass. Then we have our trees. So they will jump up a block here. We'll figure out that transition in a moment. Might have to be double logs. Right here, we have another flower patch. Perfect. Then we switch to our pathing. Like so. Then there's a ledge. Like that. And then here's our first instance of where we have little trees on this map. So let me place those down now. I need to farm some more of these guys. Break the blocks. Take our green wooden pillars. Pop those down. Yes. Okay. Yeah, on this route, that's actually the first place that those trees, headbutt trees, show up. Now for this jump up, I think we do that. Same thing over here. And then this is another spot where we'll do the grass step. The just have the grass jump up a block to match the ledge. Turning a 2D game into a 3D game is such a fucking fun puzzle to me. I'm having a great time. Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, here's where youngster Joey is fucking in your way with his Rattata. Until after you get the egg, I want to say. This is also a tree. Now, where does the ledge jump up is the real question. Because I would like there to be some variation. Like that one it's flat, this one it's flat. I think it would be fun if we had, like, you go into this grass and then it doesn't jump up for a minute. Like, it maybe like back here is where the ledge is. And then same thing, like... Okay, let's see. It needs to come up... You know what? Let's work on Mr. Pokemon's house in a minute. I think it might be better to start from the top down on that one. So get me back to Magnemite. Give me my grass. Here's another place where we'll have the grass just step up one. Did I not do the terraforming for this ledge correctly? Possibly not. Hold on. Let me see. We have... We have grass along here. Then we have... grass here. This will be a section. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. Did I just count wrong? Yeah, I just counted wrong. Okay, everything's fine. We will need to do some punching over here, though. Give me food, first of all. And then give me you. Great. Might as well punch that. I don't know. It was pissing me off. Let's get our grass in. 2, 4, 6, 8 blocks up. Along the edge is where we're gonna have our trees. I think, again, I want there to be double log there. Delicatness of deep sea squeeze trees. There we go. Grab my tree pillars. Perfect. Okay, then we're gonna set up, go back to pathing. That's a ledge. 2, 4, 6, 8. This is a ledge. 2, 4, 6, 8. Beautiful. Now we'll switch to our grass. And this is where we're getting up into Route 31. We will need to have... This is where our green stairs go. Let me find those fuckers. There they are. Yes, like that. Okay. I think that is our terrain. There is a cut tree right here. And then this is where Mr. Pokemon's house is. Like so. Yeah, his house is these 4 blocks, I believe. What was going on with Pokemon science? Like, why did it take them so long to find an egg? Presumably, people have been living with Pokemon since ancient times. Wait, I shouldn't have started talking. Oh, I figured it out. I'm back on track now. Yeah, that's Mr. Pokemon's yard. We'll actually get his door frame. His door framed. Like that. There's his house. And we do have a berry tree. Right here. Once again, we break the block. Put our wooden pillar. That'll keep it from growing. Okay, now we have to work down in this section to figure out how we want the grass to go. So... let's start by... No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that yet. I gotta think about that more. I'm not Magnemite right now, I just realized. It's full and... what is full? What are you talking about? Yes. Okay. Let's get our ledges. They're down here. Beautiful. That's all of our little jumpy ledges done. We have headbutt trees right here. Which means that I want this behind them. You can see how the blocks, the grass, just peeks out slightly from like underneath a block. Which is not what I want. So I have to replace those peaking blocks so that it flows a little bit better. See, here, it's not a problem. But like under the stairs and stuff, it was not correct. Okay, let's get our headbutt trees outlined. Like that. Actually 4 up here also, which I will get to in a moment. I'm running out of these trees. Okay, and then there's a cut tree right here. I think do I have any stumps? No, so I place a full tree. And then I just cut it. We're gonna use cut. That's our cut tree. I thought I was running out of these two, but I have plenty of those. Some items could not be stored. Here's another spot where we do the, we'll do... Yeah, we'll do the, No, I don't know. I'll figure out how we're doing the trees there in a second. The important thing is that I have enough headbutt trees to do this. Now, before I forget, I gotta fucking remove their blocks. Okay, where are you? Hello, dropping a feather over there. I'll go grab that. But not until I've done this. I will forget, and one of these trees will grow, and it'll be a disaster. I put him under those already. Okay. I have 2 left, which is actually exactly what I need up until the next route, unfortunately. Grab our wooden pillars. There we go. Might have to think about this section. Almost wondering if I lay it out and then just drop it down. Like, maybe I'd lay it out all at one level and then figure out where to drop it down or raise it up from there. Possibly. We'll see. Yeah. 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 Give me some time. I don't know if we're gonna get to Route 31 today. But like Dark Cave entrance would be up here. Yeah. Okay, let me figure out some stuff. And then we will keep going and we'll finish Route 30. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I think I figured out how I want to do this. Right there in the middle is all grass stepping up. I think is what's gonna work the best. Actually, almost thinking now if I could move this step back to here, might actually look better. Let me look at that. Give it a little bit more room to breathe. And then we can bring down our trees, kind of like that. And then I just need to replace over here. Yeah, hold Y to grab that. We'll go like that. Yeah, I think that gives us a little bit of variation, so that it's not so uniform. And then we can get started on putting the grass in. Might be one of the first spots I've been able to do a full leafage. Nice. Okay. We get some over here. Come on. Thank you. Oh, you know what? I should put a stump here. Yeah, that'll work. And then step up, and there'll be two. Why did that not go? There we go. Okay. There'll be two headbutt trees right here. And you know the drill. Immediately, I need to break these blocks so that I don't forget. There we go. A little bit tight quarters in here. That's fine. This is a 1-to-1 Johto. So that's gonna happen. Oh boy. Not the block I was intending. I was gonna have to cut anyway, so I guess that's fine. Great. That's this edge. I also planted these flowers up here at Mr. Pokemon Zone. And let's get... Ooh, I see some, I need to replace some of that dirt under these stairs with grass. Will it let me? Do that. That works. need to bring the grass over this way. Here's our next step down. Grass comes all the way down here. I get to do another full leafage. I'll go here and here. Okay, that's all the grass for that section, right? Yes. Yeah. Perfect. And then up here is Mr. Pokemon's house, the cut tree. And this'll go up to Route 31. I think... Let me break this, because that's a headbutt tree. Let's just outline the walkable area. All of this is tall grass. Like so. Then this is non-tall grass. There's a headbutt tree there. One, two, three. Yeah, there's 5 headbutt trees right here, and I am out of headbutt trees, so I'm gonna need to grow some more. That was my last 2. Yeah, we're gonna need so many fucking trees for this project. I'm also about to run out of the, flowers. I might have to start using the pink flowers as, placeholders. That's, yeah, okay, so it comes over here. Ooh, okay, so this is our, this is our drop down. Right? Okay, so there's trees here. And then 6 along. Yeah, this is our drop down. There's a ledge right here. Let's grab our ledge pieces. Beautiful. And then down below, we have... like so. There's 2 more headbutt trees there. I don't have enough PP. Better eat another damn salad. I've gotten lost. No, I haven't. This is all tall grass. Change mode. Replace. Then we have another ledge. what my plan is, I believe... Have I done this right? Did I just do my planning wrong? Is that it? There's, Oh, hold on. This should help. This is path. Right. Then it jumps up one. That's a ledge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did do my planning wrong. I was off by a couple. And here is the carpet that we're going to use to signify a building entrance. Then we have... grass. Actually, those are trees. My bad. Like so. This is a cut tree. Like that. Let me actually break these. These are going to be trees. Yes, okay. Grab my border. That goes 3. Then we need the corner for here. That's the wrong orientation. There we go. Break this. This becomes a stair. If I can find the stair. There he is. And then I need another grass jump up here. And figuring out where that's gonna go, I think it's going there. Yeah, I think it's going there. I think that's the best place for it. Unless it's diagonal? I don't know. I may adjust this. But for now, let's get our grass in. Have I fucked that up? I think so. Yes, I did. That's okay. That's what cut's for. Like that. Okay, and then we have one down here. One here. That gets cut. We do have a berry tree here. Which I think this is where the guy gives you rest. So let's get that berry tree in place. I don't need... There we go. Just need the one. Adjust orientation. Yep. All of this is a pond. Let's actually outline that. Or at least the bed of it. That. Right here we have flower spot. I may have to switch to pink flowers just to mark where the flower spots go, and then I can come in later and replace them. So let me grab some of those. We got a feather. Oh my god, I fell in the hole. Plants? Yes. Just grab some. Not a ton. Some. I am using the red flowers just because I feel like that fits the color palette of the game the best. But obviously collecting those has proved difficult. Grab you. I'm gonna go here. Also thinking about using the Pokeball chests, or maybe the Pokeball lamps, we'll see which look better, to represent like the items on the ground that you can pick up. Obviously not the hidden ones or anything, but... And I think that is... Oh, you know what? There's two... grass there. And then these three spaces are headbutt trees, and then this is all big trees. And we will mark that out in a little bit. And now for our first bit of rock. Actually, I think I want it to be grass underneath that. Where's the entrance to Dark Cave? Right here? That will not be grass. But this will... comes back like that. Now we can start figuring out... So I like this light brown rock. I think the entrance to a cave is like that. Yeah. Oh, that looks good. Okay. The next thing that we need to figure out, everything that I have done so far is before you go through one of the little area gates. And I think that I might end up using those. You would go into a gate, go down into the ground through the interior, and then back up and out. And I may use that to change like elevations and stuff easily. Just to make this a little easier. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. We are certainly getting somewhere. Yeah, this is all trees. Oh, there's grass over here that I gotta put. Whoops, you have to put... Come up to here. Easier than switching to cut. Okay. That is, the planning at least. The rest of this is kind of just busy work of getting and placing trees. I do want to make that pond. Yeah, let's make the pond before we end. I'm out of grass. Well, we're gonna make the pond later. I will do that off camera. But we're gonna put a pond right here. And then I'll work on collecting more trees. It is a slow process because it's real time. I can only do one Dream Island per day. Which is kind of fucked, but Cloud Island runs real time. So unfortunately, there's no getting around that. I could 3D print some trees, and I may start doing that, but I don't really. I also would then need a renewable source of Pokemetal. I might look into, like, I know people have made like farms for that kind of stuff. And then I will also figure out before next time exactly how I'm going to be doing these area gates. Because when we go into, I think this is Violet City, and then we go down to Route 32, it does have to drop back down to sea level, and I've planned that out a little bit over here where I've marked out where the ocean will go, and then it has that kind of walkway over it. And I want the sea level to be the same as over here in Cherry Grove. Because I would like to terraform an entire, like, I want to break all this down and have it go all the way out to the ocean, and have it be, like, actually connected to Cherry Grove's sea and everything. So I want those to be at the same level, and I think I'm going to use the area gate to accomplish that. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying this, if it's recognizable. I think it is recognizable as Johto. I think if you looked at this, especially like zoomed out camera, and you're walking through it, especially once I get the buildings in and stuff, you're like, oh, I get it. This is fucking Route 30. You go through the grass, and you have the pond, and you have the, you go to Mr. Pokemon's house. I think, especially, like, far camera, looking from above, the trees are kind of get in the way. Which I'm a little bit worried about. So we may have to rethink that, but we will figure that out as we go. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be alright. There's a lot of trees in Johto. But yeah, Route 30 and Route 31 and the entrance to Dark Cave and all that fun stuff. Maybe I'll put a black curtain. It'd be like the cave entrance. But that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching and hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.